Today in this video we'll discuss the worksheet solution of topic proportion, and first of all we'll discuss questions related to true false. Later on we'll discuss few short questions, and then at the end long question as well. So here the first question is, if two quantities directly proportional, then as one increase the other also increase. So yes, it is true, the relation between two quantities is directly. If y is inversely proportional to x, then y inversely 1 over x, or y is equal to k over x, it is also correct. If y is directly proportional to x, then y directly x, that means y is equal to kx, where k is constant of proportionality, so this is also correct. In real life, the distance traveled by a vehicle is inversely proportional to the time, but it is directly whenever you have more time, you can travel more. So, as there is an inverse concept between time and speed, but here they are talking about traveling or distance with time. So, it is directly, so this one would be wrong, false. I hope so it is clear. Now we will move on next section of this worksheet. And here we have questions how to write when it is directly proportional and how to write when it is inversely proportional. So the question number 2 is all about this. And here the first, y is directly proportional to x cubed. So one thing we can say that cubed, and secondly we can write the answer y is equal to k x cubed. That's all. And in the b part, y is inversely proportional to x cubed. That means y is inversely 1 over x cubed, or in second part, a second way, when you introduce the constant of proportionality, we can say that y is equal to k over x cubed. Next part is C, which is t is directly proportional to p. So that means t, and secondly, or second way, we can write t is equal to kp. And next part is s is inversely proportional to t. That means s inversely 1 over t, or in second way we can say that s is equal to k over t. And then we have e part, a is directly proportional to r squared, so a square. And second way or method, we can say that when we introduce the constant of proportionality, so a equal k r squared. And lastly, t is inversely proportional to the square root of g. That means like this form. So here we are looking inversely, so 1 over square root of g, or t is equal to k over square root of g. I hope so it is clear. Here we have the concept of inversely proportional, and in this case they say y is inversely proportional to x. That means y is equal to k over x. So when we know x and y both, we can find easily the value of k. So as you can see in the table, 8 and 4, 8 represent value of x and 4 represent y. It means k is equal 32. That means our equation, the relation between y and x is y is equal to 32 over x. So when x is 1, we will get 32. And when x is 2, we will get 16. When x is 4, like y is equal to 32 over 4, which gives us 8. And when x is 8, of course it is 4. And when x is 16, so 16 2s are 32, so 2. And when x is 32, so 32 divided by 32 gives us 1. So here our answer is 1. And then they are asking next thing, what is the value of x when y is 20? So as we know that our equation, our relation between y and x is y is equal to 32 over x. So they say if y is 20, so what is the value of x? And then we just cross multiply, that gives me 20. X is equal to 32. So x is equal to 32 over 20. That means both are divisible by 2. So 16 over 10, or we can say that 1.6. We have question number 4, and it is P is equal to K Q cubed when P is 9, Q is 3. Calculate the value of K. So we know the value of P and Q, and as value of P is 9 and value of Q is 3, so 3 cubed. That means 3 cubed means 27. K. So we can say that K is equal to 9 over 27, which is 1 over 3. And we found the value of K. Next, calculate P and when Q is 6. So as our relation between P and Q, including the value of constant, is P is equal to 1 over 3 Q power 3. So this will help us to find the rest of the answers. So as Q, we know that it is 6. So 1 over 3, 6 cubed. 6 cubed means 216 divided by 3, 72. And next we are looking P when Q is 1. Again, the equation is same. P is equal to 1 over 3 Q power 3, and now Q is 1. So 1 over 3 into 1 cube, that means P is equal 1 over 3. And lastly, we are looking the value of Q when P is 576 or 576. So it means the equation is P is equal to 1 over 3 Q cubed. That means P is 576 is equal to 1 over 3 Q cubed. So we can multiply 3 with 576. That means gives us 1728. And by taking cube root on both sides, we can find Q as well. 12. So our last answer of Q is 12. I hope so it is clear. Last question is 5, and it is if a stone is dropped off the edge of a cliff, the height h meter of the cliff is proportional to the square. So remember that the distance, which is in meter, is always directly proportional with time t. So we have two quantities. One is h, one t. Means, and remember that they are taking square of the time. That means h is directly proportional to t square, or we can say that h is equal to k t square. Write down the relationship. So this is kind of relation, but once we find out the value of k, then it is a perfect relation between h and t. And so the value of t is 5, means when t equal 5 seconds, and we have h in meters, it is 125. So what is the value of k? So just replace the value of h and t in the above relation. So 125 is equal to k, 5 squared. So that means k is equal to 125 over 25, which is equal 5. So next they are talking about the value of k as well. And here our required relation between h and k, h is equal to 5 t power 2, and here you just write the constant of proportionality. What we found in the previous part, it is 5. And next, remember this equation. This will help us to find the answer of part number C and D. As we know that the relation between h and t is h is equal to 5t square. Now find the height of a cliff. A stone takes 3 seconds, means if t is equal to 3 seconds, what is the height? So h is equal to 5 and 3 squared, that gives us 3 threes are 9, 9 multiplied by 5, 45. So 45 meter. And lastly, again, the equation is same. Our relation between h and t, h is equal to 5t squared. And in this case, we know the height as well, which is in meters. It is 180 meter, and we are looking the value of t. So here we have 185t squared. That means t squared is equal to 180 over 5. It gives me 3 and then 5 6, so 36. By taking square root on both sides, we can find t, which is 6 seconds. So this is our last answer. I hope so you understand each and everything. Thank you for watching my video.